But I think Dave is going to be a bit behind in game one. Kent just has a lot of ways to stabilize and make it so that like Dave can never really burn him out. And Kent can also outgrind an experimental frenzy with things like Command the Dreadhorde. He can get into board states where he has huge wall growth walkers and his recurring advantage with Tameo getting back Command the Dreadhorde, which is actually just one. It's absurd how much value you get, and it's only like one of the only ways to actually outgrind the experimental frenzy out of the mono red deck.
It's great. I've definitely seen and heard different situations where your opponent's going to gain 100+ life by casting Command the Dreadhorde.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like not super unreasonable, which is like really crazy to think about.
All right, so pretty typical start from Dave Goldfarb. Going to be
playing Wizard Tribal.
Couple mountains into his Wizard deck. Hopefully Adeliz the Cinderwood going to come down next turn.
Yeah, just basic island Adeliz. So looks like Kent just immediately bins the Jade Light. So either Kent is looking for a third land or already has a Jade Light, or is maybe just digging towards something else. Hard to imagine binning Jade Light if you don't already have one in hand or a third land. Yeah. It looks like Kent has a Wall Growth Walker in hand, and this is what I was about to talk about. I think you want a slow roll Wall Growth Walker in game one, because if you can get it to a 3/5 or a 2/4 the turn you play it, first of all, you already get that life gain off of it, but you also get to get it out of burn spell range where your opponent's forced to have one or two of them. Right. It looks like Kent might not have a land.
That might be why you've been the Jade Light.
Yeah, that's what it looks like it is. So now Kent's basically forced to expose this Wall Growth Walker. He has a Llanowar Elf in hand that he just drew for turn that he can't play because his opponent has like a Chain Whirler face up off the light of the stage.
All right, so so Dave definitely has a big opportunity here to slam like a copy of Experimental Frenzy, or maybe like most likely probably just deal with the Wild Growth Walker. I can't really get a good glimpse of his hand. I know he has a basic mountain. I assume he has some sort of burn spell.
It's a tough turn for Dave because he wants to play the Chain Whirler, but he also really needs to kill this Wild Growth Walker. Because you have to imagine that Kent having that many spells in hand likely just has a Jade Light.
Yep.
Like if he untaps and draws a land, like there's a very high chance that he's going to Jade Light you.
And here we go, big draw step.
I think he just drew a Jade Light.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. I don't believe what he's revealing is Command the Dreadhorde going to be put in the graveyard.
So pretty unlucky to be on the draw, have 4 draw steps and 2 Explore creatures, not hit a land, but it is what it is here.
Now, funny thing, I believe I was having a conversation with TJ Gabriel, shout out to TJ Gabriel, last night about this deck, and he's like, and I said to him, I'm like, if you told me that a 6-mana sorcery was playable in Standard, I would say, I don't believe you. It's like, geez, this card is absolutely crazy. Command the Dreadhorde. Just dispelled multiple deck archetypes around it.
Yep, I think a lot of people looked at it and thought it was going to be a bulk rare.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's definitely not a bulk rare. This card's incredibly powerful. Even just Dreadhording for like 2 or 3 permanents is just very powerful.
Yep, I think I have a few of those in my stack. I have to get rid of them, I guess now.
So we saw Goldfarb. He Wizards Lightning the Wall Growth Walker on his upkeep, hoping that he would hit something like a Chain Whirler or another burn spell to finish it off, but it looks like he bricked, he hit land.
And this is just disaster scenario.
Yeah, here's the Jade Light hitting 2 lands.
Yep. Oh boy. Now.
So Goldfarb can still outgrind this. It's just very unlikely at this point, I think.
Now, like, oh man. How would you rate this Wild Growth Walker? Like 4 out of 6?
Yeah, I'd give it a 4 out of 6. Next turn it might be closer to a 6 out of 8.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Dave Goldfarb going to take a look here, looking a prayer, looking for like double Wizard's Lightning or Lightning Strike. Really has to get this Wild Growth Walker out of the
you have to kill it. And the problem being, like, so Kent's gained a bunch of life. There's nothing stopping him from, he just drew 2 lands off the Jade Light. If he has anything like Command the Dreadhorde in hand or a Tameo, he's going to be able to Command the Dreadhorde on turn 6, getting back his Wall Growth Walker if it dies, and 1, 2, 3 Explore creatures in his graveyard already.
Yep.
So that's why I think Dave's in a tough position, but still like reasonably. I wouldn't say reasonably. There's still a chance for him to win, but I think he's pretty far behind.
Would you say there's a hope and a prayer? All right.
I don't know if I'd use that terminology, but
there's Vraska. I really haven't seen this card in a while, but Vraska's going to come in, slam that -3, Abrupt Decay, affect the Runaway Steamkin. I don't really like how he's not attacking here with his Wild Growth Walker. Like, is there a reason you're not attacking with the Wild Growth Walker?
I'm not sure. I would be sending.
I think he's scared. Maybe he's like...
Maybe he wants to protect his Vraska, I guess.
Yeah.
But, I mean, with Command, losing Vraska isn't a big deal.
Yeah, like, you're kind of just playing as a 4-mana removal spell, right? And then maybe you get a little bit of value off it later.
Is Dave going to just keep... Yeah.
Dave just slamming that.
I think it's 3 turns in a row now. Oh, wow.
Oh, there we
Wow.
go. Okay. Oh, okay. It's about time, right?
I was going to say it's 3 turns in a row where he's shot it for 3 and then bricked. But that was insane. He hits Frenzy and is clearly frustrated, but then goes land into the only possible, which is Wizard's Lightning.
Right. And he's just 1 mana off casting Command the Dreadhorde here. Ugh.
Oh, is he going to start back up?
There we go.
Oh, that's Command the Dreadhorde on top.
Okay. Oh boy, yeah, he's probably just gonna leave that on top then. Can't see a reason why not to.
Yep, and I believe he has a Llanowar Elf to play this turn as well.
Oh man. Yeah, and he's
got
got
a Elfie boy. He has a Krasis. He has a Dreadhorde on top.
He's an island in hand to cast it all.
Yep.
All right, now Sean, I'm no mono red player. How do you win?
So I was actually just talking to Jamie Archdeacon about this. He was saying he's milled mono red, playing the Dreadhorde deck because he just gains so much life that they draw their entire deck with Experimental Frenzy and just can't find enough damage.
That's so funny.
To kill him. They use every card in their deck and don't get there. So I think we're getting into that spot where now he's about to have 3 Explorer creatures, getting 4 Explorers with 2 Wildgrowth Walkers out. And he's going to be at this like tremendous life total where Goldfarb just can't deal that much damage.
Yeah.
Because Kent is eventually going to do this again.
Yeah. Because of Tamiyo going to be able to get it back.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Does the 4-color deck get to play Tamiyo, by the way?
Yeah, plays 4 Tamiyo.
What a format. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I mean,
all right.
Goldfarb just knows.
Trigger on the stack, I'd like to concede.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hope those Tybalts can save him.
So yeah, Tybalt and Lava Coil are the big ones. So Lava Coil is going to stop this recursion of the Wildgrowth Walkers, and Tybalt just ends life gain completely.
So out of David Goldfarb, our sideboard, we have 3 Dire Fleet Daredevils, 4 Lava Coil, 3 Legion Warboss, 3 Tybalt Rakish Instigator, and 2 Chandra Fire Artisans. What do you like here? What do you want to bring in? You mentioned the Tybalts.
So definitely the 3 Tybalt. I think I'm definitely bringing in the Chandra and the 4 Lava Coils. I'm not sure about Rekindling Phoenix. It's a flyer, so Kent actually doesn't have any ways. Oh, he has Krasis. But Phoenix is...
There's 0 Phoenixes in his list.
Oh, I have the wrong list up.
Okay, yeah. So 3 Dire Fleet Daredevil, 4 Lava Coil, 3 Legion Warboss, 3 Tybalts, and 2 Chandras.
Weird.
Here, you can look at my phone.
Okay. So, yeah, he has... So I like the 4 Lava Coil, and I like the 3 Tybalt, and I like the 2 Chandra. I think I like cutting the 4 Shock. 4 Shock, and then I'd probably start trimming Fanatical Firebrands from there. So I'm bringing in 9 cards. So I'm cutting the 4 Shock. I'm cutting the 4 Firebrand. And then like maybe 1 Wizard's Lightning or 1 Viashino Pyromancer. It's probably a Pyromancer.
Yep.
So 1 Viashino Pyromancer, 4 Firebrand, 4 Shock. That's 9 cards. Bring in 4 Lava Coil, 3 Tybalt, 2 Chandra. That's 9 cards. I think I like that.
Okay. And then out of let's talk about the real hero of the day, this Sultai Dreadhorde deck. He's got a couple Cast Down, an Elder Spell, a Thrashing Brontodon, 3 Duress, 2 Ripjaw Raptors, 2 Negate, 1 Narset's Reversal, and 1 Vraska Golgari Queen. What do you like here?
I think I like the Vraska. Actually, I don't know, because Kent's going to be on the draw. Vraska's a lot better on the play.
Okay.
So I'm not sure about the Vraska. I think I like the Ripjaw Raptors. Those seem like pretty hard for Red to get through without accruing like insane advantage.
Yeah.
Possibly the Duress, because you know your opponent's going to be bringing in Tybalts, go up on Chandra and Frenzies. You could reasonably bring in some Duress. Thrashing Brontodon, I think, is a slam dunk. Cast Down, I like as well. Cards I want to cut. So against Mono Red, especially on the draw, I think you should just cut all 4 Llanowar Elves.
Yep.
Past that, I think some of the walkers are kind of do-nothings. on a lot of boards. So for example, like, you know, trimming 2 Tameo or trimming some Vraska. I don't actually know whether or not you cut the command the Dreadhordes.
Right.
Because after board, you know your opponent's going to have Tibalt, you know your opponent's going to have Lava Coil.
Yeah.
So the commands get worse. Also, you know your opponent's an aggressive deck.
Right.
So you don't have the life points.
Yes. And speaking of aggressive right here, we already see Dave Goldfarb's already going to town, attacked, and played a light up the stage, exiled some cards. Wildlife Walker going to be the play from Kent, can hope. Just running it out naked.
Are those the exile cards?
Those are the exiled cards.
Oh, okay.
They're a little bit under the glare. Might have to...
Oh.
There's a runaway Steamkin under there that he can still play. He did hit a mountain already with it. And wow, Dave Goldfarb just giving him the old curve out. The old Hearthstone curve out.
Look at that.
Jeez Louise.
I like this a lot. This is powerful.
Oh, there's...
Brontonon is a roadblock, but that Steam King can be a 4/4 this turn.
Yeah. And I
Actually, it looks like Goldfarb has a Chandra in hand. I think it just slams Chandra.
Yeah. Chandra is very good.
Yep. He has a Tibble and a Chandra. I think his hand's very well set up right now.
Perfect. There's a Chandra that's going to go upstairs.
Did he just miss the Steamkin trigger?
He did. I believe he has a missed Steamkin trigger. Oh. Looks like Kent's going to allow it.
Yeah. He might have announced it.
Okay.
And then just not move the die.
That does happen. Not being able to hear the matchup is different than being there, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, 4th land here. He's going to want an answer for this Chandra, most likely.
I don't know if he brought an Elder Spell or not.
Probably.
He also has Assassin's Trophy as answers.
Okay, and that's going to be I think Wildlife Walker's a great answer.
Yep.
To the question nobody asked. And did he surveil one into the graveyard?
It looks like he put a Wildlife Walker in the graveyard, yeah.
That's
from Explore.
You smell that? It smells like a Command the Dreadhorde to me.
It also just might be that he has no more Explore creatures in hand.
Right, which is very possible.
But yeah, I could easily be a Command the Dreadhorde.
Chandra going to go up, going to reveal a mountain.
Good value.
So does Chandra say you have to play the card till end of turn, or does it say you have to play it?
End of turn. So
okay.
You can use it whenever during your turn.
Okay.
Lands, though, cannot be used at instant speed, so you want to be using them in your main phase.
True. That's wise. Sean Dollywell, ladies and gentlemen. You don't queue the same PT 3 times by not having a heads-up plays like that.
Playing your lands during your main phases.
Big
tips.
I can confirm that some of the handwriting is indeed hard to read.
So I think Goldfarb is going to be playing Tibalt this turn. I think that one's kind of scripted.
Yep. It's going to trigger the Steamy Kin.
Good old Steamy boy. Making a double.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Sorry. For those of you who don't know, Tibalt, 3-mana Planeswalker, has the passive ability, players can't gain life, and then he has -1 to make a 1/1 red devil creature token that has, when this creature dies, deal 1 damage to target creature or player.
So Goldfarb has a Chain Whirler. I think he's trying to figure out if he attacks with the 2/2 Lava Runner, what ends up happening.
Yep.
And I think he comes to the conclusion that there's no reason to attack. I should just Chain Whirler.
Yep. That's fair. Yeah, because if he just blocks with a Thrashing Brontodon, like, he just gets wrecked, right?
Yeah, the thing is, Kent might value his Thrashing Brontodon pretty highly to beat a Frenzy.
Yeah.
So there's a chance he doesn't block there. But I mean, even if your opponent just blocks with a Branch Walker, you just don't want that to happen, because if Kent then commands the Dreadhorde, he's going to get 2 Wildgrowth Walkers and his Branch Walker back. So you just don't want to trade off with these Explorer creatures.
Right. It's an interesting spot then for Dave to be in.
Yeah, I think what he's going to try and do is just like, I think if he ults Chandra, it's going to be very hard for him to lose this game. So he can just play towards that right now. Oh, that's a very good draw. Or reveal off of Chandra. That's a Lava Coil. I assume that that's going to be going after the Wildgrowth Walker.
Or that could even go after the Brontodon if Dave wants to set up an Experimental Frenzy.
It could, but I just don't think that that's what I would do here. I mean, it could be reasonable, but no. I think I'm going after the Wildgrowth Walker.
And there's a negate. Cunt Moss says no with that really ugly looking negate.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, like, have you seen it? Look at that border. That's not a magic card.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
All right.
I can't talk too much trash about Kent because he lent me some cards for GP Niagara, you know?
Oh, okay, okay.
So leave that to you.
All right. Fair enough. All right, so it looks like Dave's going to think about swinging in here with the old Chain Whirler.
Yeah, this attack is reasonable, probably. You could bluff something like Chain Whirler or a Burn Spell. Kind of a free attack.
I think Ken brought in both copies of the negate then? I think he brought in both or just the one?
you could bring in one. I think if he brought in Negate, he didn't bring in Duress.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You just don't have a lot of slots for cards like Duress and Negate, so if you're choosing one, you're probably not bringing in the other.
Especially if you're playing like a predominantly permanent deck, a strategy that wants to play mostly permanents. Yep, 3 damage going to come across. Ken saying not worth it. Hey, another one.
Yep. I think that was a pretty good attack by Dave. I think you should make that attack even if you don't have anything.
Okay. He's going to go downstairs, make another one. No real punish for going downstairs with Tybalt.
Yep.
Opponent's not going to gut shot it. Something's random like that.
This is going to be... I believe Goldfarb literally just wins on this turn now.
Yep. So he's going to 7 him with Chandra, and then he gets to cast 7 spells.
Yeah, he has double Chandra in hand. He's a Steamkin with 3 counters on it. He's about to deal his opponent 7, putting them to 6. Has 5 creatures on board, and is about to reveal 7 cards off the top of his library.
Can he play them without paying their mana cost, or does he have to pay?
No, he has to pay, but he's a Steamkin.
Right. Oh, wow. That's 2.
That's 2 Viashino Pyromancies. I think this game's just over now.
And there's also a Frenzy, so...
Yeah, I believe Kent is literally just dead.
Just going to go through the motions here.
Yep.
Take 2. All right, what's the storm count, Sean? Storm count is 1?
Storm count's 1, yeah. That's storm count 2.
Life count, I think Kent goes to 2 here, I believe.
Yeah, Kent should be going to 2. Slide up the stage, pay a mana, get a counter, storm count 3, reveal 2 cards.
There's
Pretty unlucky to hit that many lands. Lightning strike you, storm count 4, probably conceded that on the stack.
Oh no, he went to -3.
Oh.
That did 5 damage to him, I guess.
That's a powerful lightning strike. Would you play that 2-mana deal fog?
So what I think Dave should have done that turn was he should have just played the second Chandra and then lightning strike the Chandra like you're talking about, the big BM plays we were talking about.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty big misplay on Goldfarb's part. I also think he actually had the mana to activate Steamkin, play a Chandra, legend rule it, play a second Chandra in hand, and then lightning strike the one club. So he had an even more advanced BM that he decided not to take.
Hit him with the still had all of these.
Exactly. Guess I can't blame him too much, but...
All right, so we're going back to the sideboard here. Looks like Claire's thinking about changing things up. Do you think Kent's going to change his sideboarding strategies from play to draw? Same with Dave?
I'm not sure. I really don't think I like Negate over Duress, but... I mean, I could be wrong there. I don't actually know which one's correct. I think Vraska, Golgari Queen, all the Planeswalkers in general will get better on the play.
Right.
So I could see Kent signing out some of the reactive cards for more proactive cards. The one big question I still have is whether or not you keep in command the Dreadhorde.
Right, because it can be slow and awkward at times, and like your opponent's not reasonably going to kill. I mean, it's hard for your opponent to attack. And like you said, it's hard for them to want to trade off with your Explore creatures, right? If you have Command the Dreadhorde looming. But then it's also hard enough to be at a cushy enough life total to be able to cast your Command the Dreadhorde for a lot.
Yeah. And like I said, especially with your opponent has at least 2 or 3 Tibble.
Right.
So
I could definitely get behind shaving it then. Makes sense to me.
I think shaving it's definitely correct. I just don't know if you want any in your deck at all.
Right.
It might be necessary to go over the top. Like you still have Krasis, but the cards you're drawing at that point are mostly Explorer creatures and some Planeswalkers. I guess Nissa is a way to win the game still. So Nissa Krasis is a real way.
Right.
Looks like someone agrees with you in the chat that Negate is for the trade binder, bring in the core set version.
Absolutely, except for the core set version is also not the best. The best art is the Rivals of Ixalan one.
Is it?
It is. It's the Merfolk going like...
Isn't Morningtide the original?
It is. That's the one with the core set art.
Yeah, isn't that just the best one?
I don't really understand what's going on in the art.
What do you mean? It's just like a skull thing, right? Isn't it a skull?
I don't know what's going on in the art. I thought it was 2 hands with doing like a circle.
And then the gate from Ixalan is like a merfolk, right?
Yeah, so Rivals of Ixalan. It's done by the wonderful Magali Villeneuve.
See, I always do this. I'll search up words that are just reasonable English words, assuming that the magic card is going to show up. I just put Negate into Google.
I mean, isn't that what everyone else is thinking about? The magic card?
Okay, dude, I thought this was a skull.
I don't believe it is. There it is, the best art right there.
Isn't this a skull? Look at that. Aren't those teeth?
No, how is that a skull? Looks like a shirt.
Oh, I might just be tripping.
Hang on, we need to email Jeremy. Someone get Jeremy Jarvis on the line. I need to ask him what's going on in the art.
So you're saying you don't like this one?
I'm saying
the Kaladesh one?
That is the worst art ever.
The Kaladesh one where he's like Tony Starking it out of his chest?
This is by far the worst Negate, I will say.
You don't like this Dragons of Tarkir one?
Where the bald woman looks defeated?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say I like that one either.
Okay. So you don't like this Jace Terminator kind of thing going on here?
I think that probably is the worst negate. I like this one too. The Oath of the Gatewatch negate is nice.
Are you just partial to Merfolk?
No, I'm just partial to good art.
I guess that's fair.
This art is great because of the colors, honestly.
Yeah, you like colors, right?
I like a lot of colors.
Do the colors get you excited?
They do.
Okay, that's fair. I like colors too.
Yeah, I like my cards to be a little bright, less somber. When I'm playing Affinity, I want my whole deck to be gray. When I'm playing any other deck, I want a burst of color.
Okay.
Speaking of Affinity, Sean, remember that time we played a game of Magic and I cast 8 Galvanic Blasts against you in 2 games?
Yeah, I remember that. And I think I was on Shadow.
Yeah, it was great.
How does it feel to draw all your Gal Blasts against the deck that puts itself to 10?
All right, I'm going to talk more about this at the end of this game. But all right, so Kent is going to play a tapped Overgrown 2 and pass. Dave, no 1-drop. Looks to be just playing a Mountain and passing. And here's the Wild Growth
Walker.
Johnny
if Dave
Walker.
can kill this, he's going to kill it.
There we go.
Look at that.
Lightning Strike.
And I'm pretty sure Goldfarb has a Tybalt in his hand, so he's really set up. You know, kill your opponent's first Wild Growth Walker, play Tybalt. That's how you drew it up, basically.
Yep.
Looks like a Jade Light's going to come down. I think Kent can pretty clearly figure out that Dave doesn't have a Lava Coil in hand because he will Lava Coil the Walker.
Oh, absolutely.
Unless Dave is playing around Walker into Branch Walker on turn 4, that lets you Lava Coil. So I guess there is some play there. So you can't really say definitively. I think if I'm Dave, I'm just going to play the Tybalt. I don't know what his hand is, but Tybalt minus means that Jade Light can't really attack into the Tybalt. It's weak against Vraska on 4. This is also pretty weak against Vraska though, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Runaway Steamkin, not exactly a naked Runaway Steamkin, mind you. It's not exactly where you want to be. Bam, big swing. That's what I like. Kent, get in the red zone. We're gonna see if he has a follow-up play here.
Yeah, I think Kent should have decided what he was going to play before attacking, unless he's just taking his time.
Yeah, I think he has a Wild Growth Walker to play. Maybe another no Explore Creature.
No Explore Creature.
Unfortunate here. Let's see if Dave can get something going with this Steamkin.
So it looks like he has a Wizard's Lightning that's probably going to get pointed at the Wild Growth Walker. I'd have to assume. I'm pretty sure Goldfarb has a Viashino Pyromancer and a Wizard's Lightning, so that sounds like a pretty good turn to me. So I think if I'm Goldfarb, I'm going to play the Viashino Pyromancer pre-combat, attack with the 2/2 Steamkin, assuming no blocks, just Wizard's Lightning the Wild Growth Walker, or maybe just hold up the Wizard's Lightning.
Right. You can make a pretty safe attack here, though. Like
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I like this attack a lot. He's going to block.
Okay, this is interesting. Kent might have an Assassin's Trophy or a Cast Down here.
Yeah.
So now Goldfarb put to the test. Do you Wizard's Lightning the Jade Light Ranger?
Or do you Wizard Lightning the face or the Wild Growth Walker?
You're definitely not the face. I think if I'm Goldfarb, I'm going to Wizard's Lightning the Wild Growth Walker.
Yeah.
This screams of Cast Down or Assassin's Trophy to me.
Yeah, it's too obvious of an attack when your opponent attacks like that. It's too much of itself.
The fact that Kent blocked, it means that it has to be, it just has to be Cast Down or Assassin's Trophy.
Right.
And it's more likely to be Assassin's Trophy, because if he had Cast Down, I think he would have cast down the Steamkin main phase. But if it's Assassin's Trophy, you don't want Assassin's Trophy your opponent's Steamkin on your main phase.
Right.
So I think it's Assassin's Trophy. There it is.
Yep, there it is. Sean Dollywall, better known as Sean Knows It All. And it looks like he pointed at the Jade Light Ranger.
Yeah, it looks like he pointed at the Jade Light Ranger. I don't think I like killing Jade Light Ranger there, but we'll see.
Kent gets fresh on tap here.
Yeah, well, we know Kent didn't have a Branch Walker, and it's possible he doesn't have a Jade Light, so Goldfarb might not get punished for this. But if there is Jade Light, it's going to be incredibly bad for Goldfarb.
Yeah, that's almost lights out. Big 6 life gain.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's lights out because you still have cards like Chandra and Frenzy.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a huge swing. You have a 3/5 that you can't kill without two different sources of damage.
Right.
And you're forced to have things like Chandra and Experimental Frenzy.
Right.
Not sure why Goldfarb's deck just got shuffled. Oh, because of the basic from the...
Yeah.
Of course. So this is Tamio plussing, and next turn I assume he'll get the Jade Light Ranger if the Wildgrowth Walker's still in play.
Yep. Okay, so I've seen Tameo plus a lot of times. I've never seen anybody hit with it. Let's find
Really?
out. Wow. Oh, baby.
Easy Jade Light Ranger.
All right, perfect.
Why minus on Jade Light when you can just get one by plussing?
Yeah, better not even minus with an extra. You'll just plus and hit whatever you need. That's
Exactly.
how Tameo works, right?
I had an opponent in Limited that had 2 Tameos and Plain-Wide Celebration.
Yeah.
Planar Wide Celebration, so just went infinite.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, that was brutal.
That's what I like to hear. Not for you, of course.
Yeah, not for me. They named Rolesk with their plus and hit it on the first time. So, you know, we weren't winning that game. But.
I like how you failed to mention they had Rolesk in your initial thing. Yeah. You're just like, pay attention to the combo. Don't pay attention to my 5-mana bomb.
Yeah.
So, oh man. All right, Dave's gonna try to figure out what kind of threat he wants to deploy into this Tameo.
Yeah, Dave's best turn here is kill the Wildgrowth Walker and deal enough damage to Tameo so that she can't -3 on another Wildgrowth Walker.
Right, because yeah, if he gets to untap and play the Jade Light Ranger, and then also has a Wildgrowth Walker, that's pretty bad.
I think what's gonna happen is if Tameo is unmolested, he's gonna untap, -3 on Tameo, get back Wildgrowth Walker, and then cast the Jade Light in his hand.
That makes sense. Oh, there you go. I'm just gonna go to 5, and pass the turn right back. Oh baby, is that the pharmacist on screen?
Is Dave Goldfarb a pharmacist?
He might be. I'm not sure. I played one game of Magic against him in my life.
All right, well, there's the... Dave could have also just played the Tibble on his hand to stop this life gain, but... I think the 3/5 is also just a huge problem, so...
Right, and he's going to leave cast down on top twice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not loving Dave's spot here, especially because I think if he had Frenzy, he would have already played it by now. I think he just has Chandra.
He also has a Mountain in his hand and one other spell I cannot see.
He has a Tibble, a Chandra, a Mountain, and one more card, right?
I believe so. Might just be, 4 cards.
Yeah, it's 4 cards, so there's something else.
And he knows his opponent has a cast down on top, so he can't safely just play the Chandra because his guy will die. All right, here's Tibble.
Here's Tibble.
There's the Lightning Strike. Good choice. Now Dave Goldfarb can safely play his discard spells uninhibited.
Exactly. I love me some mono red 8-rack.
Mono rack's always. Oh, there we go. Cast down. We smelt it, and
yeah.
he dealt it.
So, you know, send both at Tibble. Tibble's just dead. Yeah, I mean, Dave's just in a really rough spot. He needs Frenzy to win this game.
Absolutely. There's a Chandra, there's a plus, there's a Mountain. Play it.
It would be kind of brutal if he just revealed Frenzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not exactly where he wants to be. Well, Chandra's not dead here right now, currently, so.
Yeah. Oh, well.
There's an Elder spell.
Maybe you should stop.
Oh, I mean. And that doesn't even remove loyalty. Dave doesn't even get the chip damage. And there's a Hydroid Crisis for 2. Gonna draw 1 card. The world's best Muldrifter.
I think, unless Kent's hand is insane, I would have just held on to the Crisis.
Yeah.
But it's not like it matters.
Maybe the Crisis presented lethal then if he was at 10, because this is. Oh, no, it's not. It's not enough damage anyway. Okay. Look,
yeah.
That's going to be 1 and done, or 3 and done, rather. Kent's going to take this one.
Yep.
It's like Dave Goldfarb had the tools in game 2, but not in game 3.
Yeah, Kent had the Elder Spell for the Chandra, which was the only big payoff that Goldfarb played that game. He didn't get a Frenzy.